Welcome to this episode of Philly on the Rise. As you know, I'm your host, Michael W. Pleasant. This week, Philly on the Rise finds us in our downtown studios of Philly on the Rise. And we're actually joined by my main man, Rel Brown. He's a up-and-coming author, big-time up-and-coming author here in Philly, and he's taken some time out of his schedule to join us here on Philly on the Rise. I think, is your daughter doing some track a little bit later?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So we grabbed him in the midst of him on his busy day, and he's come down and he's going to talk a little bit about his book, Reality Bites, Meet the Parents, Rel Brown.
There you go.
Thanks a lot.
For having me.
All right. How you feeling, man?
I'm doing good.
Pretty good. Congratulations on your book and all of its success, Reality Bites, Meet the Parents. So obviously the first question is, tell us about the parents.
Well, Reality Bites touches on today's parents.
Okay.
A lot of parents, they had a struggle growing up and they didn't like things that their parents did. So I call it like a generational curse.
Oh.
Because they try to give their kids what they didn't have.
Okay.
But a lot of them give them more of what they want and not what they need.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, sometimes it becomes a bad thing because if you're focusing on just what they want, they're not getting what they need. So a lot of parents, they fall into materialistic things.
Yeah.
My kids need Jordans, my kids want this new shirt, my kids want this. So they find themselves working, but they don't find themselves putting in the time that their child needs.
But to a certain extent, I would think almost that's kind of what we want our kids to have more than what we had. We want our kids to do better than we did. Kind of innately, is that kind of what we want to? Yes
and no, because them having more and them doing better than we did, but what are they getting from the parent besides the materialistic things?
Yeah, okay.
What are we passing down to them besides buy your kid this, buy your kid that?
Sure.
What morals are we passing?
Understood. Yeah, let's talk about this book. I know that it's fictional, obviously, right? So the characters are all made up, maybe inspired by some true stories. Little things, yeah. So let's talk about Dad. What was Dad like in the story?
In the story, Dad was an absent parent.
Okay.
Dad wasn't there, so it basically falls into today's curse with some parents. They just need a picture.
Yeah, and then Mom. I guess Mom was kind of the backbone, if you will.
Yeah, Mom had a rough childhood growing up.
Yeah.
Her dad left.
Okay.
Her mom didn't get along. So, when you're little, I'm going to give my son this, I'm going to give my daughter this, I'm going to give my kids whatever they want. She falls into that curse.
Okay.
And she gives her son the world.
Sure.
She don't give him this time.
Oh, understood. But she's also working, she's in school, I guess she's in college, I guess, right?
College, working full-time, and just buying what we want.
But I could imagine it's a little bit hard to balance because obviously the bills have to get paid.
Right.
You want to go to school so that you can get a better education so that you can provide for your family. So was she struggling with that a little bit?
Well, she was focusing more on work. It's work. It's, you can work and you can meet the bills, you can meet all the needs, but it's the extra work when you go to excess.
Okay.
So now you're trying to keep up with what they have over here, but you're losing what you have over here at the same time.
Gotcha. Let's talk about Malik. He's the boy in the book.
All right.
Tell us a little bit about Malik's character.
Malik is the everyday kid you see walking down the street today who he has his wants, he has his needs, but he wants his mom.
Okay.
He wants his mom time.
Yeah.
And he comes from, his dad had a real anger issue.
Okay.
He had that anger issue. But a lot of his lashing out is attention seeking.
Okay, attention seeking from his mom.
Right.
Yeah, I know that he also, he had a chance to do certain things in the book that were, maybe drugs. Talk about how he was able to kind of navigate through that situation.
Well, he was caught up in the situation, but I guess he had a mentor.
Okay.
And a lot of people would not call him a mentor because he was a drug dealer. But it was a drug dealer who stepped in to steer him away from everything.
Okay.
Don't come this route, you have a skill, take this route.
Yeah.
And he was there until he got to his little situation.
I guess mentorship can come in various forms. It may not always be someone shiny sitting in the church, deacon board, Reverend so-and-so. This mentorship can come in various forms.
Right. I mean, a lot of kids, what they say, teenagers are impressionable. So whoever is there and you see daily and you look up to, that becomes your mentor, like it or not. Okay. You know how a lot of sports players say, I'm not a role model.
Yeah.
But you are a role model because that's who kids want to be.
Okay.
And they feel you and they like what you're doing, they want to follow that step.
So by default, certain folks are just role models.
Right,
just
that's why they
being in the
say,
limelight.
like, my old head, he could be 2 years older than him.
Yeah.
But he just has something that he wants, and that's the path they follow.
Okay, okay.
So, and if you can get a kid to throw their life away and go shoot somebody or go sell drugs, then why can't you step in and say go to school? You know,
I got you.
Focus on this. But a lot of people hold that power that they can take a kid either way.
Yeah, yeah, but you know, obviously we're all super busy. Some of us have to work 2 jobs just to maintain a living. Can we possibly fit it in our schedule to be a mentor? Can we kind of get that done? It's kind of hard because we got so much going on in our own lives.
Sometimes it's, a lot of parents become coaches. A lot of parents help out with the team that their child is on.
Okay.
You're a mentor right now.
Yeah.
But I'm just assistant. But you're really a mentor.
Okay.
Like if you out there, you take this kid and you show him how to shoot the ball,
Yeah.
you're mentoring him.
Okay, gotcha.
And if he comes to you like, Mr. Mike, what are you doing? You know, can you go shoot around? He's looking for you to show him something. So you basically became his mentor by default.
Understood, understood. I know that you have a family, you've got your girls, you're going to go, tell me about the track meet.
Yeah, well my girls, they run track, they run for Jay-Z.
Okay.
And one is in the 7th grade, one is in the 4th.
Okay.
My oldest one, she's in her 4th year running. And they're doing great.
Will they make it to the pin release one day?
No, they just, well, last year they won.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, last year they won a silver.
Okay.
And the 12, what was it, the 9 and 11.
Okay.
But this year, they didn't qualify for 12 to 15.
Okay.
They had to move up and fast.
Sure, understood. So obviously you're a mentor to your girls, your dad,
Right.
but it also sounds as though you do some other mentorship things in the community.
Well, I mean, a lot of it starts with working with my kids, and I'm working with my kids, and they have their friends that want to come along.
Okay.
And then sometimes their friends come along, and then other people see what they're doing, and then they want to come out.
Gotcha, gotcha.
So, but outside of my kids, I've been working with youth since 2001.
Oh, really?
Well, there was a lot of inspiration behind it, though.
Okay.
You know, just working with youth and seeing some of the things that they go through.
Okay.
And a lot of them look up to me as a mentor, and it's nothing that you have to go outside of yourself. It's just yourself, talking to them, giving advice, you know, steering them in the right direction.
What I love about your story, Rel, is that you're right from the hood. You're right from the community, right from North Philly. I'm from North Philly. So what does that mean for you? You know, the kind of, I think 18th and Master is where. What does that mean to you to kind of overcome some of those challenges and be where you are today?
I mean, it wasn't an easy job. It was a lot of distractions, it was a lot of things. It was a lot of missed opportunities, but I could have went on the other side. But, I mean, just being there and for them to see that, like, a lot of kids, they see a doctor being successful, they leave. A lot of the politicians, they become successful, they leave. They go to Roxborough, Mount Airy, they go outside of where they grew up at.
Okay.
So now these kids can't touch them. They can't come have a conversation on, well, how did you make it there?
Sure.
With me, I mean, I'm still around. So if they have a question or if they want something about a direction, I'm right there.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's not only I can do this, but I can see it and I can do it.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's a powerful, powerful story. So you're a book author, you're involved as a mentor, and you also have some other projects going on. Tell us about your nonprofit.
I have a nonprofit, it's called Voices of the Village. We basically designed it as a peer mentoring program.
Okay.
It's like, it was set up like each one teach one. So we were trying to design it as a program, as I was saying, with the kids that come in and want to be a part of that program. Like they didn't want to create a program where we have to go out and look for kids.
Okay.
I was an advocate for 5 years, and I would pull up and pick up Johnny. And while I'm picking Johnny, one of his friends was like, oh, can I go? Like, what I got to do to get in the program?
Okay.
But the only way to get in that program, you had to be arrested.
Of what the mentor,
the mentor program that I was working for.
Sure.
So we wanted to develop a program where there's a kid who needs the services, that's not going through DHS, that's not going through the court system. We wanted to give them that opportunity to get into a program.
Why is mentorship so important to you? That's like an underlining theme in the book, in the program, in your life. Why is mentorship so important?
That's the next level. If you don't have a father, if you don't have an uncle, if you don't have a cousin that's doing something positive, the mentor will help you get to where you need to go. I mean, basically most people, they go on what they learn. they go on what they see.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you don't have somebody to steer you in the right direction, then you're going to either go in the wrong direction or your own direction.
How do you convince folks to take time out of their busy schedule so that they can mentor?
I mean, you really can't convince anybody. I mean, it's basically in you,
Okay.
or it's not in you. But a lot of people, they're a mentor at work.
Yeah.
They're a mentor at home, they're a mentor. They just don't know they're a mentor.
Okay.
But that's why the way we're trying to set up the program is you're going to be mentoring to teach someone else to mentor.
I see, I see.
So
Yeah.
I might only have 2 hours a day to mentor. If I mentor 3 kids, then I teach them to become mentors.
Okay.
They can mentor 3 more kids.
Okay.
So that's why we call it peer mentoring. We're teaching kids to be a mentor.
Sure. How's the program been received, especially among the kids?
Well, we did it with the kids that we was working with under different organizations. So we kind of implemented it on our own, but while we were getting paid from someone else.
Okay.
You know, we had to
Off
work.
the record.
Yeah, well, as long as I don't say a name.
Don't say the name, please.
But yeah, like I say I had the place I was working had 10 kids.
Yeah.
And for me to talk to all 10 kids was impossible.
Okay.
So I basically took the 2 strong ones.
Yeah.
And I talked to them.
Okay.
And as I talked to them, you know, the ones in the group that were younger, they look up to them.
Uh-huh.
So I had to tell them, listen, go tell him to do this. And he would go tell them, and they'll listen.
Okay.
No problem. Like, all right, I got you. But if I was to go over there and talk to a 12-year-old, like, this is what you need to be doing. Oh, all right, I hear you. But then they'll still do what they what they want to do.
Yeah.
So it's like kids receive a lot more from people closer to the age, or people that they look up to be like.
Peer mentorship, and I imagine that training that you give to them, they then take to their communities,
Right.
and kind of replicate that same type of peer mentorship.
Right, because they're learning it,
Yeah.
and they're teaching it, so it becomes a part of it.
So this is your first book? Is there a sequel planned, or?
Everybody's telling me I should do a sequel. I'm on the fence, but I've been mentally writing, jotting some stuff down. A lot of people have been giving me some good feedback.
Okay.
A lot of people have been telling me what they want to see in the next one.
Yeah. So the reception's been really good.
Okay.
Where do we find this book, Reality Bites? How do we find it?
Well, right now, I don't have any copies, but I do have it online at Amazon.com. It's on Kindle. And I also have it on the website, MrRelBrown.com. And also, a lot of people have been contacting me through Instagram.
Okay. So you have an Instagram site as well.
Yeah.
I got you. So has that social media really been helped to kind of push your book forward?
I think social media was one of the best things that came up.
Okay.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even back to MySpace.
Yeah, gotcha.
It paralleled a lot of people up.
Yeah, understood. You know, it's an interesting cover to the book. You've got, I guess, a male and female holding the gun. Why'd you pick this?
I mean, if you read the story and you once you read it, the cover makes sense.
Okay.
When you first look at it, it's like, oh, it's another hood book.
Yeah, gotcha.
But it's a mom and dad, they both holding a gun, and you know, you read it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You know where it goes from there.
And
And it basically tells what happened.
I got you.
Although one person might have did something, they both had a role in it.
Not that there's anything wrong with a hood book, but it's not another hood book.
No, but you know how people look at it, oh, it's another black guy writing another hood.
Right.
I mean, it's a message, a strong message behind the book.
There's a strong message behind the book, so make sure that you check out Reality Bites by my man, Rel Brown. Thanks a lot, good brother, for coming through the studios.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Again, you know where to find him and his book. Make sure you support him because he's doing some good and powerful things, obviously with his book, but also with some of the youth here in Philadelphia. Thank you for joining us for this section, this time of Philly on the Rise, and we'll talk to you soon.